Can we talk?
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs. We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
I've done plenty of smuggling runs, but this thing with the chemicals is bold. Since we're in Byzantium, there's something I've been meaning to do. I haven't actually talked to my folks in a while. Shocking, right? Anyway, it's probably about time I paid them a visit. Given the dangerous life I lead, they've got to be worried sick. Whoa, let's calm down. I'm not asking for a favor or anything. I'm just suggesting we stop by when we're in the neighborhood. See, I'm originally from Byzantium, born and raised. I know that probably comes as a big surprise. Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, I was thinking you'd come too? Great. And when we get there, draw out your rough edges a bit. If you've got an outfit you haven't washed in a while, maybe one with some blood stains, wear that one. Oh, and help yourself to the good snacks and put your feet on the coffee table. Mother hates that. That's the idea. Anything else? I sure hope you negotiated for a raise with this Phineas guy. Uh-huh. Sure. Everybody's got an angle. I'm just wondering what yours is. That's one way of looking at it. Another is that he pulled you out of hibernation without your say-so and got you to do his dirty work. Besides, none of this is your mess, so why go dirtying your hands with it? I haven't survived this long by being wrong. And anyway, Phineas isn't your only option. The board's put a bounty on his head, and they've got more than enough bits to pay it. I've got no love for the corporations, but they know how to take care of their people. The ones at the top, anyway. Don't think of it as being a lackey. Think of it as doing a job and getting paid really, really well. I know you want to save the day, but don't forget to look after yourself. No one else out here's going to. Don't mention it, just speaking from experience. Anything else? I'm a surgeon by training and a pirate by inclination. Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. I make a mean zero-G cocktail and I've got a meaner right hook. It's a mix of whatever you've got on hand. Usually zero-G brew with some Spectrum vodka if you're lucky, purple berry shake if you're not. I'll make you one sometime. If you don't enjoy it, I'll make a few more until you do. Sure do. Some of it was even legal. What gave it away? It's the hair, right? Or maybe the ammo belt? I had it custom made. That's okay. I'm an optimist at heart. I've done all types of work with all kinds of crews. If there's one thing you ought to know about me, it's that I won't tell you your business. Your ship, your way. Glad to hear it. It's worked for me this long. No complaints here. It's like one of those stuffy art gallery pieces. Looks okay from far off, but once you get close, you realize it's just some mismatched shit everyone's agreed to overpay for. Even the bribes are overpriced. Don't trust anyone, don't touch anything, and whatever you do, don't show your teeth when you smile. People are extremely competitive about cosmetic dentistry. It can get ugly. The real question is, why didn't I leave sooner? There's all these invisible rules, and everyone spends all their energy just trying not to break them. Call it what you want, it sucks. I was a top-tier surgeon, but I could hardly open a pack of gauze without 10 people signing off first. That's no way to live. People call Byzantium the jewel of Halcyon, but really, it's just paste. Everything's polished and bureaucracy. Take a close look and you'll see it's deader than anywhere else in the colony. That's what I've been saying. You serious? I thought we were getting along just fine. Something on your mind?
Good luck, Captain.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone. Oh. You mean I'm supposed to be meeting you? Nothing, it's just... I thought you'd be taller. Anyway, let's not get hung up on that. The Phoenix is a wanted man, and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium. Yeah, that's my codename for... you know. Our mutual friend. Oh. I'm Golden Eagle. Yeah. I named you Cuckoo. That doesn't even make... Fine. Fine.
Does this mean I'm supposed to have one too? Fine, but make it a really good one.
Let's go with... Rufus Hummingbird.
Forget it. Codenames are for amateurs anyway.
Too late. I've already marked it off. Can't just go reassigning codenames.
This cloak and dagger stuff is nonsense, but if everyone else gets a code name, I want one too.
You can be Cassowary.
That's shockingly apt. Cassowaries were a solitary bunch. Once they had a friend, they'd stick with them till the end.
Aggressive little creatures, too. Anyway, you're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded. Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence. Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
That place is still open? I used to study there during medical school.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking. Just remember, you didn't hear it from me. Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him. I've always been fascinated by birds. If you ever research Earth species, there are thousands of them, so colorful and distinct.
All of them trying to eat you, I'd wager.
The other thing about birds, though, is their environmental indicators. Exactly. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't see. For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here, even though we get ships in all the time.
Trust me, anyone with a lick of sense gets out of here as soon as possible.
But most people don't. In fact, most people stay exactly where they start. Doesn't that seem strange to you? And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course. I mean, there's a shredder at the bottom of the box, so I don't know what you'd expect to happen. But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it, and since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints. So you can imagine how messy things got. At first, management put up an out-of-order sign, but that just seemed to worry people, like they were advertising something wasn't working. They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it. But they never fixed it, never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you? I don't know how else people are supposed to complain about things they can't change, but that's not the point.
If things are broken here, of all places, then I'm starting to think there ain't a hope left in this colony.
Things have kept on running this long, right? Or so I used to think. The whole episode made me wonder, if they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box, what else aren't they fixing? After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when I could. That's it, really. Good hunting, Golden Eagle.
It's not gonna fix itself.
Don't we have repair drones for that kind of thing?
This was a repair drone.
That's what we really need, you know?
More of you standing in my light.
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
Anti-Creo's Energizer.
Hey, you. Yeah, you.
Want
Want to be famous?
According to local legend, if you walk around the orrery 3 times, your corporate rival will die next.
Decadence ain't gonna save you when beasts chew through the walls.
네, 안녕하세요, 무더리드님. 어서 오세요. 아닌가요? 아이디가 무더릴드님인가요? 영어를 잘 못 읽어서.
Hey, stand back. You. I'm part of Minister Clark's personal detail, and that means you gotta
무더라일드님,
keep
네,
5
안녕하세요.
feet back
죄송합니다.
at all times. Oh, yeah, it's right here. Good thing too, cause I may be headed there soon. The others took me out to celebrate on account of me just getting hired and all. Oh, he's medium height with like
네네.
medium colored hair and like a kind of a medium face. Just like in his posters.
뭔가 이렇게 스토리 보면서 하시는 거 좋아하시면은 재밌게 하실 수 있는 것 같고, 전투나 이런 걸 좀 더 좋아하시면은, 감동적이라기보다는 이게 그 뭐지? 옵시디언이었나? 뭐 그 회사 게임이라는데, 이야기가 많고 대화를 하면서 뭔가 스토리가 갈린다고 해야 되나? 약간 그런 게 있는 게임이더라고요. 근데 저도 게임을 많이 안 해봐서 이런 이유는 처음 해보거든요. 장르요? 장르는 크게 뭐 미스테리한 것 같지도 않고 그냥 세력 다툼 같은 거에서 편 정해가지고, 그러니까 우주에 이제 식민지 막 개척하던 그런 시대에서 이렇게 조난당한 배에서 살아난 애인데, 뭔가 거대 이사회라는 거대 권력에 맞서는 박사 같은 사람이 있고.
Everyone tells me he's
뭐라고 해야
very
되지?
private, okay? Besides, I just started.
이런 걸 장르를 뭐라고 해야 되는지 잘 모르겠네요.
He's basically the most important person.
근데 뭔가 막 궁금증이 생기게끔 막 그런 요소가 좀 부족한 것 같긴 해요. 제가 느끼기엔.
That means I got a key to the minister's estate.
이 사람이 뭐 냉동인간 됐다가 난파됐는데 깨어났는데 뭐 그런 왜 깨어나게 됐는지 뭐 이런 건 아닌 거.
That's right. Not just anyone is allowed to have a key to Minister Clark's residence. It's all so very high.
장르라는 걸 뭐라고 해야 되죠, 이거? 스토리 장르. 궁금증, 저는 개인적으로 막 되게 궁금증이 생기는 스토리는 아니어가지고요.
That's a great idea. I'll have a Spectrum vodka.
그냥 뭐 큰 이사회라는 권력 갖고 있는 세력에 뭔가 편승해서 이야기를 끌고 나갈 건지 아니면 그러니까 그런 선택하는 거 좋아하시는 분.
Here's to me.
뭔가 본인이 이야기를 그러니까 만들어 간다고 해야 되나? 자기가 선택해서 짜여진 스토리가 아니라 어느 편에서 싸울 건지 막 이렇게 얘기하면서 반란 세력 같은 애들도 있거든. 걔네 편에 서서 이야기를 진행할 건지 그런 거 선택이 가능해서.
Who am I kidding? I could have another. You got another?
스토리가 재미없다는 게 아니고 저한테 흥미가 안 생긴다는 거죠. 제가 좀 흥미를 못 느껴가지고.
You got like this crazy energy. Has anyone ever told you that?
이런 텍스트가 많아가지고 이런 거 읽으면서 이제 이야기를 좋아하시는 분들은 괜찮을 것 같다는 거죠. 전 약간 미스터리하고 뭐 그런 거 궁금증을 유발시키는 게 더 좋은데 그런 건 좀 저한테는 좀 덜 와닿아가지고 그런 거.
I really shouldn't. I'll have the worst hangover tomorrow if I don't stop.
Nonsense. You've got another in you. Doctor's orders.
최근에 한 게 할로우 나이트도 좀 재밌었고. 근데 그건 뭔가 비밀이 너무 많아서 이야기가 좀 어려웠는데 시청하시는 분이 좀 알려주셔서 좀 편했고. 저번에 한 거라서요, 할로우 나이트는. 바로 이거 전에 한 거라서. 아직 게임들을 많이는 못 해봐가지고 뭐가 재밌다 뭐 이런 건 잘 모르겠어요. 이제 근데 그니까 뭐 장르별로라고 해야 되나? 그런 그러니까 종류를 많이는 못 해봐가지고 저도 그러고 보니 저도 뭐지? 한 개수로는 한 20개 좀 넘게 하긴 했네요. 자물쇠가 인생게임이다? 인생게임이다는 잘 모르겠는데 방송하면서 했던 게임 중에서 제일 재밌게 하고 오래 한 건 보더랜드 2라는 게임 제일 재밌게 했어요. 아직까지 인생게임이다? 이건 꼭 해봐야 돼 뭐 이런 거는 잘 모르겠고요. 네. 보더랜드 3는 제가 못 해봐서 다크 소울이랑 위쳐 같은 게 되게 좋다고 하는데 아직 그건 못 해봐서 그렇진 않고요. 롤플레잉 FPS 맞나? 롤플레잉 FPS라고 해야 되나? 약간 B급 감성?
There's my parents' place. Smell that?
FPS인데 뭐 레벨업 개념도 있고. 데스티니 제가 안 해봐서. 어디로 가야 돼? 아니요, 가끔은 아니고 최근엔 좀 안 하고 있어가지고 방송을 좀 오래 못 하다 보니까 보통 게임 2개씩 4시간 4시간씩 했었을 때에는 하나는 좀 주력으로 하는 게임 있고 하나는 새로운 게임 해보려고 했는데 최근에는 한 3-4시간씩 밖에 못 해가지고 하나만 그냥 정해놓고 하고 있어요.
But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble. There you go again, Captain. Always menacing polite society. Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been all this time.
Not exactly.
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right? Yep, we're a pair of disgraceful lowlifes.
Marilyn, this really isn't the best time. Perhaps you should go.
반항 이미지인가?
You tell him. We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors. Just a second. You had the floors redone with real Terran marble? Since when can you afford that?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand, we hadn't heard from you in ages.
아니,
We thought you were
무슨
dead.
들어본 이름인데.
I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us, darling.
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather, substantial.
You what? Well, now that I'm here, I guess you'll just have to report back that I'm very much alive and
설마
kicking.
버리나?
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
Why did you do that?
We had to explain your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become a miscreant, could we? The neighbors would talk, and not in a good way.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind, naturally.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and broke your neck.
It was quite the story. People were talking about it for weeks.
Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? Something with pirates or raptidons? And what are you gonna do now that we're here?
Yes, about that. We were just about to ask you to
진짜 그냥 가라고?
leave.
Quietly, if you don't mind.
죽여야 되겠네.
I'm afraid it would cause quite a stir if the neighbors saw you two stomping about.
That's it? You just want us to disappear now?
Marilyn, please.
때문에 따로
Don't
버린다.
cause a scene.
Fine. I'm gone. Forever this time. Let's talk outside.
그래서 하자고.
What in the void did you do? I didn't like how things went down either, but did you have to go and kill them? I guess I did too, when I joined up with you.
뭐야?
You're on your own now. Consider my debt to you forgotten and canceled. It sure better be. Now go!
헐. 돈도 많이 없네. 이렇게 동료를 또 잃어버렸네. 죽이는 게 기본적으로 도움이 안 된 층 담배? 이라도 좀 주면 좋을 텐데. 퀘스트 끝내고 죽여야 되는데, 아, 그거 참. 아이고. 다시 불러내는 방법은 없나?
Your best find this week. Go.
Paralleled someone up for slandering trademark products.
Hey, Felix. I tried your recipe, you know.
You tried my Rizzo's Purple Berry Candy Vodka? Be honest. Great drink or greatest drink?
It's a mite sweet for my taste, but it ain't bad. Gave me a headache.
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent of company policy. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics. Less funny, the minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those couriers from HPS. Minister Clark's a private man, and you're asking too many questions.
글쎄만 얻으면 끝나는 거겠지.
Oh, what are you doing here? Nothing. Nothing. Why? Does it look like I'm up to something?
수상해.
Laws, I knew it! You got me. I'm caught, aren't I? I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my sprats went missing, but it's not my fault, okay? Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow, but they need to stretch their little legs. And so what if I occasionally forgot to latch their cage? Everyone gets a little distracted now and then. They escaped, and before I could coax them back, they'd made their way to the maintenance tunnels. Even if I did dare go down there, they're among all the common sewer sprats and exterminator mechanicals. Really? In that case, take this collection crate. 6 of my little ones are down there, but don't worry, you can easily tell them apart from common sewer sprats. They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved demeanor, and a fondness for hiding. Also, they're white rather than green. Please, do take care, and do mind the exterminator mechanicals. If the worst should happen to my little darlings, well, I still want their bodies. For science, of course. Well, to maintain things, of course. Like big, humming machine things with gears. And pipes. Water pipes. Air pipes. All sorts of pipes. That's why they connect the city from the Acropolis district to here. Everyone knows sewer sprats carry diseases. And the exterminator mechanicals have been known to fire on larger targets. Why they'd do that when they're only supposed to attack sprats, I've no idea. But there are rumors. Some people say there are strange things in those tunnels. Assassins. A room full of murderous automechanicals. Monsters hungry for human flesh. A hidden bureaucratic purgatory where things and people are lost forever. Not that I place any stock in silly rumors, of course. To deal with the sewer sprats, of course. They're quite the nuisance. Therefore, my, research. Something else? I still am. After all, I'm a person of very little influence and only middling prospects. No one does favors for free. But I must say, I'm far too distressed to think critically about your suspiciously kind offer.
그래서 뭘 해준다는 거야?
Our UDL security attendant is always prepared.
그치? 미군대도 가는.
I'm afraid I can't help you at the moment. Have a prosperous day.
되잖아.
Great work.
닫아야지. 오. 열리는 거. 그걸 획득하는 방법 모르겠네. 일단 인큐부터.
You must be joking.
You have a rather exotic presence. A new antique Cleo's.
There's nothing to see here. Move along. Yeah? Let's see it. Huh. Looks like your papers are in order. All right. Go on through.
쉽게? 뭐야 이거?
Nothing exciting ever happens around here.
Here I go.
비싼 거 없어? 비싼 것도 없어.
Off I go.
On my way.
How did you get in here? You're not one of my guards. What are you doing here?
I don't know if I trust this so-called minister fella, if that is his real name.
If this is about another Aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more. Slowly and loudly, Aloysius, that's the only way these morons understand anything. I said, you may tell Charles to go fuck himself. Then you're not part of Rockwell's PR team. That means you're a dissident? A real live dissident?
Finally! High time we got the recognition we deserve.
And so affable. Why, you're nothing like the crazed hooligans the board loves to caricature. But what are you doing here? And how did you get in? My friend, the slightest demonstration of independent thought or action renders one a dissident in the board's rather expansive definition of the term. Which is why I'm dying to know what brought you here. Drugs, of course. What else? Why did I get my hopes up? Back to idiot speak. I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods.
I ain't buying it, boss. I said we check him for drugs.
Will that be all, then? Oh dear, I don't think I can say this any more slowly. Unless... Of course! It's Rockwell again, who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way. You are a quick study, indeed. I've long suspected Rockwell of transacting business in my name, but this proves it.
So the chairman's a crook who can't be trusted? Who knew?
Please, this is important. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it. After seeing this place, is it really a stretch? I've been confined to this house for years, and even I can tell you, things aren't right in Halcyon. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
If by look for details he means knock things about and take what we like, count me in.
That's certainly one way of doing things. Far be it from me to dictate your methods.
This colony's problems have always seemed to trickle down from the top. If we're set on fixing Halcyon, that's as good a place as any to start.
Exactly. And fix it we must. Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter. Via the Acropolis District, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are. The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look. I merely hid it in a book. No one reads anything longer than a few pages around here. There are a few advantages to dealing with imbeciles. Wait. Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening here. What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and mismanagement plaguing Halcyon. Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help.
You're telling us you gathered up a whole mess of evidence on the board's corruption. How big is this cartridge again?
Large enough, I assure you. That's why you must transmit the data to the Earth Directorate and hope for their speedy intervention. Perhaps there is hope after all. And now I entrust it to you. Good luck, and trust no one in the Acropolis
아무도 못 믿는데
District.
처음 본 사람은 믿는다고.
What a pleasure. I haven't had this much company in quite some time. I really hope I'm not imagining this. How delightful. What is it? The latest issue of Dissident Hunter. I've been waiting for this. Most of what passes for entertainment here is appalling. Well, this is curious. It seems someone's sneaking a few
네네
things by the
하기는 하는데
censors.
뭐 이것도
This
게임
is a
시참이
promising
되나요?
direction indeed. Why, I do all the work no one else wants to do. I write reports no one ever reads. Monitor colony statistics. that no
디코랑
one
이런
pays
거
attention to.
만들었는데 제가 이렇게
When I'm
잘
not being
쓰지를 못하다
conscripted
보니까
to perform
켜놓질
the
않아가지고.
propaganda, of course. That's what I tell myself, but it can be rather dispiriting.
아니
Halcyon
이거
is
되는지
headed for a
모르기
collapse.
멀티가 되는
No one
게임인지
seems
몰라가지고.
inclined to do anything about
멀티가 되나 이 게임?
Headed for. Monarch's
해보질
already
않아서.
there. And from what I've seen, the rest of you ain't far behind.
it. Cautionary tale.
이거
isn't it?
친구 초대 막
Too bad
이런
Monarch's
기능은
been
못 본 것
relegated to
같은데.
Aetherwave fodder for a dozen sensationalist serials. Are you telling me you haven't read one? They're fabulously entertaining.
멀티가 없는 걸로 알고 있어서 멀티 기능이 없는 걸로 알고
Dissident Hunter's a
있거든요.
work of genuine culture.
Also, they're a surprisingly useful means of ascertaining what's going on in the broader colony.
비싸게 주고
The
사셨을
board's
텐데.
most pressing grievances tend to feature heavily as the problem of the week. Sometimes it's factory strikes, other times it's dissenters. Haven't you heard? Chairman Rockwell and I are on a goodwill tour of the colony as we speak.
안녕하세요. 지능님이셨나 아이디가? 공짜로 줘요? 출시가 10월 말쯤에 20이 얼마쯤에 된 걸로 알고 있는데.
Except for the bit about my suddenly coming down with stomach flu last year. That truly happened. Aside from battalions of UDL security forces, most of Halcyon knows my name and face, so I could hardly evade Rockwell for long.
뭔가
Besides,
뭐라지?
remaining
정가
close has
주고
allowed me to
사기에
learn
좀
just how
애매한
wrong
게임인
things have
느낌?
gone around here.
아 그래요? AMD 그래픽 카드 사면 줘요?
Probably because I've no interest in being
그런 그래픽 카드 하다 보면은
predecessor was content
선택할
to
수 있지
serve
않나요
as
게임?
Rockwell's lapdog.
무조건 하나를 주는 게
When he
아니고
saw
몇 개
I meant to
중에
oppose
막
him,
선택하는
he made
거던데.
sure I'd have little opportunity to. It's quite all right. I've got every back issue of Dissident Hunter to keep me company. What a pleasure. I haven't had this much company in quite some time. I really hope I'm not
아,
imagining.
뭐지? 아 그래픽 카드에 따라 달라요. 이런 게임들도 뭐 다회차라고 해서 여러 번 그러니까 여러 번이라고 해야 되나? 몇 번씩 하시는 분들은 재밌게 하신다고는 하는데 스토리가 뭔가 다양하게 되니까
Be right there.
이게 문이 왜 맨날 열리는 거야? 그래서 훔치면 되는 거야. 이게 훔치다 걸리면 이게 전투가 벌어져서 죽여야 돼가지고, 그래서 막 동료도 막 다 죽여버리고 그래가지고 처음 시작할 때 빨간색으로 되어 있는 거는 잘 보고 해야 되더라고. 쥐들 잡는 거기에 통로 같은 게 있는 것 같은데. 사이드 퀘랑 메인 퀘가 연결되게끔 돼가지고 이렇게 할 수도 있는 것 같은데 순서를 제가 잘 몰라가지고. 술맥이네구나. 이게 막 동료도 뭔가 선택해서 구하는 거라고 그런 것도 있는 것 같은데. 그냥 구하다 주는 거. 비밀 통로 같은 걸로 아닌가 보네. 딱히 없는 것 같아. 죽이는 건 어떻게 죽여서 가져가야 되는데.
Now switching to garbage.
전기 펄스를 써야지. 호시리님 안녕하세요. 죽인 다음에 가져와야 되는 거야?
Threat level neutralized. Beginning. Halt.
필무. 아, 느려지는 거야? 신분증도 꽤 많네. 네. 죽이면 안 되는 거 아닌가?
Sweeping the area.
Incoming!
이 10레벨이면 잡을만 한 애들이네. 우리 답이다. 할인하고. 야. 보좌관투? 아 이거 그 뭐지? 의료하는 무슨 여자 엘리? 걔 들어왔었는데 동료가 됐는데 거의 집에 오랜만에 가고 싶다 그래가지고 갔는데 막 보험금 탄 엄마 아빠가 필요 없다고 나가라고 조용히 사라지라 그래가지고 죽여버렸는데 왜 죽였냐면서 걔도 그냥 나가버렸어. 부자간 2? 부자간 그게 그건가? 드라마였나요? 드라마였던 것 같은데. 임원이 아저씨 나오는 드라마 아니었나? TV를 잘 안 보다 보니까. 14레벨짜리가 나오네. 그럼 과학무기 이거 써요 이거? 레벨이 낮아가지고 좋은 건가 이게? 왜 죽였냐면서 막 화내던데. 뭔가 특정한 상황에서 쓰는 거. 그러니까 데미지는 많이 안 나오는 것 같은데. 과학무기도 애들 그 뭐지? 누구 그 마을 어디 죽이니까 이렇게 말 걸어도 그거더라고요. 돼가지고 대화가 안 돼가지고 이게 적대 세력이 되면 대화가 안 되더라고요. 그래서.
Any luck finding my sprats? Please, do keep looking. I certainly couldn't finish my story.
일단은 게임이 기본적인 스토리 짜여진 걸 진행하려면 안 죽이고 해야 되는 거던데. 진행이 안 되는 건 아니지. 한 마리가 죽여? 죽여가지고 안 되는 거 아니었어? 지금 뭔가 스토리 어떻게 따라가다 보니까 이사회에 되게 반하는 쪽으로만 진행이 돼가지고 이사회 쪽 애들이랑은 그냥 적대 관계일 것 같은데. 애들이 왜 다 죽어있냐? 총 네? 영현석 디저네요? 뭐요? 무슨 말이죠? 끌려갔다는 게? 누가 끌려갔다는 거예요? 드라마 얘기인가? 무슨 아이디 같은 건 오던. 더 없나? 아이디. 쟤는 드라마 뭐 인기 있는 게 뭐예요? 드라마 인기 있는 게 뭐죠? 이게 비밀 통로 같은 건가?
Mort's just showing off.
You get tired of patrolling? Move along. Somebody else.
뭐야? 하는데요? 집인데.
All right. How does
This
this sound?
sounds Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch? You got your punch right here.
층이 달라서.
Any luck finding my sprats? Truly? Why, this is marvelous! Oh, dear, it looks like some of my darlings have suffered violent misfortune. Nevertheless, it's good to have them back. Thank you for your help. I'm afraid I can't spare much, but I hope you'll accept
750개 안
this.
줘? 뭐
Now,
없어 더?
I've got to get back to the lab before my supervisor logs my absence.
뭐 끝이야?
I'd love to chat, but I can't.
하고 오면 뭐 짜로 들어갈 수 있는 건가? 나한테 안 걸리고 갈 수 있는 건가?
I'm not sure I have ever, in my entire life, felt more out of place than I do at this moment.
저기를 어떻게 올라가니 한데. 뒷문이 없네.
State your business. Please step away. This entry is for high priority HHC business only. Huh. I didn't realize we were still using those iridescent stickers. But this looks right. I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry 32B form. Each weapon will need a separate form. Now let's see. Damn it. When did I run out of forms?
떨어져서 그냥 가는 거야?
I was going to suggest that myself. Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms, and I can't afford the citations for impeding HAC business.
그걸 또
So I'm going
아닐
to save us
함이.
both some trouble and waive your forms. Just know there are a bunch of guards upstairs, and they're all high on dervish mist and low on patience. So try anything funny, and they'll paint the walls with their guts.
Don't worry, boss, I got a plan. First, we get ourselves some tossball sticks, right? Then we sidle up to him all polite-like.
These
이게
ain't
개글
human sticks,
텐데
Felix.
유머를 모르겠어. 외국 유머 참 어렵네. 토스볼이라는 게 로또 같은 거 아닌가? 뭐가 있나 유머?
I see you haven't been shot to pieces by the guards. Do you have an appointment? Of course. You're that curious spacer Mr. Bedford mentioned. Just a moment, please. Madam Adjutant, Bedford's contact has arrived. Shall I clear your schedule?
No, thank you, Percival. I doubt this will take long. I'm Sophia Akande, adjutant to the chairman. Yes, Hawthorne, or whoever you really are. I've been reading all about you. This dossier from Emerald Vale was especially engrossing. You know the location of Dr. Phineas Wells. I'm interested. But I'm not yet sure I can trust your information. The thought crossed my mind. I'm willing to work with you, but I need to know that I can trust you. I have a job for you. One of our cartographers needs to be retired. I want you to carry it out. Rachel Lockwood, cartographer for the Bureau of Exploration. She's done some sensitive work for us, but now she's a loose end. Lockwood has to go. Get rid of her. Bring me her work. Then we'll talk about Dr. Wells.
So now we're taking orders from this pompous bureaucrat?
Keep your associates in line, Captain. I expect them to follow your orders as you follow mine. At the very least, I expect you to do better than the other freelancer.
속여야 되는데.
Report back to me when you're finished. We've hired outside contractors before. There's another freelancer working this job, but he's been dragging his heels. Dependable and competent freelancers are hard to come by. For your own sake, I hope you prove to be the exception and not the rule. I'll tell you what I can. It isn't as if we're executing Lockwood for mislabeling a river on a map. It isn't what she's done, but what she knows that forces our hand. The nature of Lockwood's work was sensitive, confidential, and concerns the future of Halcyon. I can't risk leaving her alive. I'm asking you to serve the colony. Silencing Lockwood will save lives and preserve the peace. Deal with Lockwood, and I'll know that I can rely on you. That counts for more than trust. Excellent. Percival will handle your paperwork for you.
저걸 어떻게 들어가지? 들어가는 방법 있을 텐데.
You could dismantle a single room of this place, sell the materials, and
간단히?
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed.
혹시 나쁜 놈이.
But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcynite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then,
지구에 있는 애들도 냉동해서 보내는 게 약간 이런 거 아닌가? 자원 문제 때문에. 탐사 목적이라고 해서 보내는 거지만 실제로는 매장시키는 그런 개념이었나 그럼? 이게? 판이 계속 감소하네 볼 때마다.
I beg your pardon, Minister Clark's former office is currently closed to solicitors. What? Oh dear. Thank you for reminding me. I can't stand the thought of someone else's hands touching my custom letterheads.
거짓말에 속는다고? 죽여주면은 근데 좋은 일 해주는 건데. 지하로 가야 돼. 네.
I think I'm gonna start taking my lunches out in the city. That woman from down.
That scientist?
뭐라는 거야?
Not so fast. The Ministry of Accuracy and Morale is off limits to everyone without X-36 level clearance.
What level clearance? You're just making up words.
Basically, if you don't work here, or for Chairman Rockwell himself, you're not getting in. I don't know how you got that, but I still don't know you, and I don't have any new clearances on the list.
네네. 좀 고쳐봐야 된다는 거.
Hey, did Tillman get transferred or something?
That's right. You weren't here when it happened. Some UDL officers took him away.
였나?
What's this I hear about you ordering more tests performed with sample 4157?
I really
That
should
batch
concentrate
failed
on what I'm doing.
spectacularly.
I saw a variance in the results that we never...
시간 다 됐는데. 데뷔루치님 안녕하세요. 이거 올렸다. 나 이거
And the crowd goes wild.
올린 건가? 갑자기 잠입 액션이 됐어. 오, 엄청 많은데? 저로 못 가는 거겠죠? 쟤네는 어그로 안 끌리는 것 같아요, 느낌상. 이렇게 플레이를 안 해봐가지고. 사람을 좀 가둬놨네. 기창 걸려. 어떻게 가야 되고. 밴데. 처음 왔던 데로 다시 온 건가? 안 하고 있어요. 이게 게임을 좀 이렇게 많이 못 하고 있어가지고 하나만 하기에도 좀 시간이 빠듯해서 다른 게임을
첫
못
번째
하고
추천
있어가지고
감사합니다.
한 3, 4시간 정도 하다가 일 있어서 좀 나가보고 그래야 되다 보니까 나가서 가는 건가? 그 시즌 거의 막판이어가지고 좀 하긴 해야 되는데
Huh?
걸리겠다.
Something's not right. No visitors allowed, citizen. I'm gonna need to see some identification. What? Really?
카카오 TV 송출 안 되나요? 송출 다중 송출은 뭐 바꾸질 않았는데 말은 다 해놓고 싸우는 거야? 망했네. 이게 또 다 죽이고 가야 돼? 입장 실패라니. 그런가요? 그게 뭐 또 세팅을 제가 바꾸진 않았는데 이게 오랜만에 틀면은 또 뭐가 좀 바뀌나 보더라고. 제가 또 뭐 세팅을 좀 잘못 건드렸나 보네요. 63이라니.
Hey, you got a minute?
아마 제 세팅 뭐 문제가 있을 거예요. 해킹을 엄청 올려야 되는 거. 해킹부터 그냥 올릴 걸.
No visitors allowed, citizen. I'm going to need to see some identification. Sure. I've heard that one before.
그 뭐지? 12월달 뭐 그래 끝나요? 새로운 버전이 뭐 12월달에 뭐 한다고 뭐 사전 예약하라고 왔는데 12월달에 하는 거 아니에요?
Stop.
그건 4.0이에요?
Just don't let me catch you again without your ID, okay?
그러고 보니 우회를 잡긴 잡아야 되는데 또 어떻게 넘어가네 그냥 거짓말로. 다른 애들이 새 시즌 새 시즌 하면 다시 해야 되지 않을까요? 뭐 많이 해보셨나요? 그 뭐 보니까 저희가 뭐 방송을 챙겨보는 건 아니어서 근데 스트리머 하시는 분들이 뭐 이렇게 막 이벤트처럼 뭘 하시더라고요. 하드코어 모드 뭐 깨는 것도 막 하시고 다리 부러지는 소리. 가지고 와야 되는 거. 죽음 소리. 지금 6%만 해야 되나? (12월쯤에) 100%짜리를 안 해도 되나 보네. 100%짜리를 해야지 애들을 죽이고 나가는 건가? 근데 지금 11월 10일이면은 아직 12월까지 보름도 더 남았는데 딱 보름 전에 공개하고 하는 건가 그러면? 근데 이렇게 뭐 4.0이 되면은 뭐가 많이 바뀌어요? 이게 앞에 숫자 바뀔 때마다 되게 많이 바뀐다고는 하던데. 확장팩 개념이 뭐 캐릭터가 추가될 수도 있는 거고 스토리 같은 게 추가되나요 그러면?
Hail, Captain. Your return time is within 14% of the expected value. Now arriving at
액트 그럼
top secret
뭔가
orbital lab.
그런 게 좀 변화가 생기는 건가? 액트 미는 거를 오래 하신 분들은 그렇게 좋아하시진 않던데. 너무 반복이어가지고 레벨 제한도 풀리고. 또 근데 완전 새로운 게임이 되는 건 아니잖아요, 그죠? 기존 시스템을 가져가면서 변화가 생기는 거니까.
My formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists.
다음번에는 그럼 한 마법사 계열이나 그 톡식 레인 하는 그런 쪽 한번 해봐야겠네.
Human test subjects. Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board. Damn, that's not enough. Not nearly enough for the whole ship. I could revive a handful of settlers. Maybe, possibly, damn.
그냥 다 죽더라도 100% 갖고 왔어야 되나 보네.
I know. I've suspected as much for years. Of course, I don't expect the board to do a thing
코찍이요?
about
코찍이 뭐죠?
driving our colony to the brink of destruction.
네크가 거의 뭐 40몇 %였으니까. 근데 또 쉽기도 하다고 하더라고. 그러니까 템이 많이 없어도 우엘도 잡을 수 있고 해서.
Thousands of colonists are going to die.
스킬이 코브라 채찍이었나?
Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse? And the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us?
독으로. 독은 톡식 레인이 더 유명한 거 아니에요?
Escape clause. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists?
서서히 녹여 죽이는 거구나.
Toss them out into space just to make room in their hibernation chambers. Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head. Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers.
보통 그러니까 나중 가면은 거의 탄광인가? 그거 하시던데 그거는 그냥 안정적인 게 제일 좋은 것 같더라고요. 스피드 있고 뭐 하는 것도 좋은데 매핑이나 이런 건 그런 게 좋은데
They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope. Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius! We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab. Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan.
끌어오면 안 되나?
If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
I don't understand a word you said, Doc. All I know is, if we're gonna hijack a colony
맨날
ship,
끼워달래.
count me in.
칼을 하나?
Excellent. I approve of your enthusiasm, young man. You should ask your captain for a raise.
얘 편 안 들면 나중에 이거 유리벽 깨고 얘 죽이는 거야.
Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately. Certainly. How can I help? Unlikely. The Hope is as massive as the Groundbreaker, but compared to the rings of Terra 2, positively minuscule. The board might notice, possibly, depending on the position of their heads relative to the depth of their collective posteriors.
화석작 하세요, 화석작.
I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists,
화석작도 한번 해봐야 되는데.
If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon.
좋아요, 뭐 이렇게 도움 주시고 뭐 해가지고 편하게 하는데 그게 막 그 뭐지? 확률이 막 몇만 분의 1인가 막 그래가지고 실제로 템 구하는 게 개인이 그 솔로잉 하는 건가? 그거는 진짜 어렵다고 그러더라고요. 원하는 옵션 하는 게.
It wouldn't surprise me. When I pulled you out of the Hope, the board nearly intercepted me. I expect they stepped up security since my little act of larceny.
최근에는 보면은 유행하는 거 말고 저렴하게 뭔가 맞춰서 강력하게 하는, 근데 그런 거는 보면은 나사가 몇 개씩은 빠져있더라고. 특징은 명확한데 한계도 좀 명확한 뭐 그런 걸 많이들 빌드를 가지고 오시던데. 네크가 이번 리그는 그냥 다 쓸었다고 봐야 돼가지고. 그래서 함선으로 옮겨오라는 거야 지금? 미친 거 아니야? 세다기를 해야 돼. 해킹을 해야 돼. 이걸 해야 돼. 체력 쪽을 해야 되는. 이상한 과학기술이 중첩된 과학무기 올려주는 게 다 있는 게 이것 때문인 건가? 레벨업 언제 해? 희망 저 하고 하나씩 하자 하나씩. 여러 개 하다 또 망한다.
If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark.
여기 보니까 잠겨 있는 게 뭔가 확장 염두에 두고 안 열리는 것도 있다고 본 것 같은데. DLC가 나중에 나오려나?
So I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive. The Hope is the Crownbreaker's prettier, sleeker sister. She wandered off and got lost for 70 years, but just recently was found. Also, there are hundreds of thousands of frozen organic life forms hibernating in her hold.
나와요? 저는 그 MS 게임 패스로 하고 있는데 DLC 나오면 바로 풀어주려나요?
If your calculations are even slightly off, you could crash the entire colony ship into Terra too. Or the sun. Forgetfulness can be an early warning sign of asphyxiation due to loss of pressurization.
행성 하나 안에서 메인 퀘는 한 연속적으로 퀘스트 한 3-4개? 그 정도여가지고 볼륨은 안 큰 것 같은데.
You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive.
만약에 DLC 같은 게 나오면은 제가 기존에 하던 뭔가 그 세력이나 이런 거를 그대로 가지고 진행이 되나요, 보통? 아니면 아예 새로운 그냥 세력에 대한 것만 나오려나?
Captain, I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his irrational schemes again. My diagnosis of
하던 거
his mental
박사
stability
쪽은
is
다 이렇게
not
싫어하지.
flattering.
아까 엘리 이렇게 나간 애도 뭔가 이사회 쪽에서 안전하게 월급 받고 막 지내라 그러던데. 어디 가야 돼? 아, 이래서 70년이라는 얘기가 그래서 나오네. 출발할 땐가. 그러면 친구들 다 살아나는 건가? 너무 치기야. 탔던 밴데. 자물쇠랑 해킹만 놀려도 뭔가 편하게 할 수 있는 게. 바뀐 사람 뭐야? 몰래 가야 돼. 뛰어. 가야 돼. 또 걸리는데. 경찰관의 척추골. 같지 않은 느낌인데. 비밀 통로. 가 9,999라. 진원 비상.
Am I the only one who wants to scratch my name on one of those pods? Yeah, I figured.
저는 뭐 사람이 계속 해야 되는 거였나? 또 식량 부족으로 여기 있지만.
Processing.
싸우고 싶지 않았다고. 얘네는 에너지 그걸로 해야지 들어가.
Can you hear me, Captain? I have successfully integrated myself into the Hope's comm systems, and am attempting to establish contact with the Hope's more primitive processor now. Would you like me to play a mood-suitable music selection while you travel to the bridge? Oh, sorry. File not found.
끝이야? 없어 그럼?
I see you've located the stasis chambers. Which pod were you slumbering in for so long, Captain? The missing one, I take it? I thought...
왜 가지? 뭐야? 갑자기 쥐새끼가 이걸 이렇게 방해한다. 정도쯤은 비가 많이 주소 방사기 2.6 한테 줘야 되냐? 한테 줘야지. 주요 플라즈마로 바뀌는 거야? 지금 엄청 늘었네. 근거리를 다 썼네. 총을 플라즈마랑 그걸로 개조를 해? 뒤로 가.
We gotta talk about this. You know, they're gonna make a serial about our adventures one day. I've been trying to think of a good title for this episode. I like the sound of The Skip Job. No, wait, I got it. Hope in Dark Times. Get it? Hope? Like the ship. That's what folks in the business call wordplay. Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Got a list right here. Thrilling tales of the unreliable. Or maybe spine-chilling stories from the edge of the system. Was also considering astounding adventures in the other. I'm partial to that last one. Not bad. Got a nice ring to it. Stealing the hope from the board, skipping it across the whole damn system. This is gonna be great. I can't wait. Come on, boss. We're not gonna die horribly. It'd kill our ratings. I'm sure you've got plans to make. As for me, I gotta keep practicing my signature dropkick. The Hope might have cameras.
Eyes out for dissidents.
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him.
Hey, if this all goes wrong and we end up flying into the sun, I just want you all to know it was a real pleasure.
이게 메인이다.
Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. It's a rather cramped feeling, but it'll do. Wait, are you leaving me with the Hope's computer? You have no idea what it's like to converse with him. Imagine, simulate another organic jostling your circuits when he tries to... I mean, I'll be ready when you are, Captain.
하면은 여기 안에 있는 애들도 다 옮긴다는 건 역시콘 방향제는 뭐 들고 있는 것도 못 받고 어떻게 하는 게 있었는데 중요한 기지였는데 아무것도 안 준다고? 고장나고 망가진 얘기.
Are you sufficiently prepared for the task at hand, Captain? Are we doing this now? Probably not, but don't let that stop you. My Constellation executables could use some beefing up. Searching. Please stand by. Ah, found one. It will go great, Captain. I am almost 4.01% certain we will not die. Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive. And also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now, Captain?
행성과
Jump starting the skip drive. Destination set to the rings of Terra 2.
Oh no. Captain, don't do this. I ain't dying on a fucking ship. I'm gonna die in the dirt like we're meant to.
Doing it. I mean, affirmative. Skipping the Hope in 3, 2, 1.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
둘 중에 하나 선택하면은 저게 안 되는구나.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause extreme damage.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are a go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something. Now.
간다. 터지는 결말은 아니겠지. 잘 도착했네요.